Welcome back to the chaos of my college football reset series. Last episode, we went undefeated, dominating a ranked Notre Dame team, beating Colorado State, and beating Nevada to put us at 6 wins, making us bowl eligible already. This week we face off with Hawaii, the team we narrowly beat to become bowl eligible last season. Before we do that, let's take a look at the league. We have a new number 1 team in the Wisconsin Badgers, climbing up 3 spots after Kent State and Florida Atlantic face losses. Behind them sit West Virginia, who got jumped by Whiskey and Arizona State. We also have 2 new additions to the top 10, Nebraska rising up to 9, and the frauds from Notre Dame, who are somehow a top 10 team with 4 losses already. Meanwhile, New Mexico sits at 17 despite a better record and a head-to-head win over the Irish. I call shenanigans. Moving into the Heisman watch, Corey Wilson from West Virginia rises to the top spot, pushing Reed down to 2nd place. A curiosity as Wilson's passing numbers are pretty pedestrian at best. His rushing stats are really carrying him, with 9 TDs on the ground already this season. At the bottom of the rankings, Brenton Ward rises and Anthony Patrick rejoins the list. Looking at recruiting, our top 10 is a ghost town. 3 players are missing from the board. We lose out on Anelu Ratledge, who decided to commit to Houston despite an A- visit to Albuquerque. Same situation for Nashon Bradley. We got a B+ visit with him, but he still decided to take his talents to Rice. But Walker Littlejohn is a different story. We got him. I saw it when I changed weeks, but I figured I would add a little suspense. Big addition to our defensive line next year. We also picked up a commitment from Sidani Dawson, a JUCO outside linebacker that I'd offered a scholarship to but have not been actively recruiting. He's a 2-star, which sounds bad, but him being a sophomore means he probably would have been a high 3 or low 4-star as a freshman. Happy to have him on board. That said, we now have 3 positions to fill in my top 10. The first player I add is Aljai Witherspoon, a large 3-star free safety with very poor speed. I mostly add him because we've been at the top of his board for weeks. He might be able to move to linebacker, but I'll probably replace him as soon as I find someone I like more. Next up is the player I just found, Kamari Thurman, a 1-star junior tackle with the skills of a freshman 4-star. We still have a desperate need of tackle, and a 2-year rental on this beast could help us a ton. Last up is Dave Ellis, a 3-star receiver. He's not ridiculously talented, but he has good speed to go along with a 6-foot 7-inch frame. Could really develop into a weapon for us. Sorry for the longer than normal recruiting section, now let's take on Hawaii. New Mexico travels back to Hawaii for the 2nd time. The first time was in the Hawaii Bowl against Louisville, where we had our best win of the season last year. This time we travel to take on Hawaii in their home stadium. Let's see if we have just as much luck this time. I do like those Hawaii jerseys though, they look really great. 1st and 10 to start the game. Last week we had a great running attack. This week we're going to stay dedicated to it. Hand up the middle. Adams breaks a tackle in the hole. Breaks 2 tackles, and he gets a great carry there. He is picking up steam as the season goes on. New set of downs for the Lobos, just short of the 50. We're going to try and run it again on him. Adams gets the carry, gets a lot of space. Ooh, gets caught up by a blocker, but still gets 5 yards out of it. 2nd and 5 here. Adams is already tired. Sullivan's in the backfield, so we're going to try and take advantage of it by running a toss play. We get the ball out. Defenders are there, but he manages to push forward for a gain of 4. 3rd and 1 here. We're going to try to run it out of the pistol. Handoff, Sullivan. He's got space met in the hole, but manages to get just enough. Gets the 1st down. Another new set of downs for the Lobos, this time in Hawaii territory. We're going to keep chewing clock. We're going to keep running the ball. Stick to our game plan. And Adams gets another nice carry. Gets 8 yards. 2nd and 2 inside the 45. This is the time I'm going to try a play action pass. Oh, we got a false start. Never mind. Left tackle jumps. Micah Pugh. 3rd and 8 here. After my offensive coordinator mishap, we're going to try and pass it out of the bunch. Try and get Cooks short. Throws it batted down, unfortunately. Defense was in his face. 4th down. Let's see what Coach decides to do. 4th and 8. Coach decides to go for it. We're going to run an unbalanced formation, and we're going to run slants. Medlock drops. He's looking. He's got some time. Steps up. Throws it deep. Intercepted again. Oh, my God. Rough stretch of games for Medlock so far. I believe he's over 3 now today with an interception. Or over 2. We didn't get the PA off. The good news is defense does get a stop after the pick, so we got a new set of downs. It's like it never happened. Hand off to Adams, who is caught in the hole. Hawaii is adjusting. 2nd and 8 here. We're going to try another play action pass, or we're going to try a first play action pass because we didn't get the first one off. Fakes the handoff. Medlock's looking, throws it, and almost another interception. He is not seeing the field well. 3rd and 8 here. Our offensive momentum has just about come to a stop. We're going to run a draw play. Sullivan finds some space, but gets caught from behind. Pick up a 5, unfortunately. Defense gets another stop, but we are losing the field position battle. We got to try and get the passing game going, but we false start yet again. David Bryant on this one. 2nd and 12 here. We're going to see if Sullivan can get some space to the outside. Handoff. He's got a little bit of space. Cuts up field, breaks a tackle, and does he get the first? He does. Nice power there, Sullivan. 1st and 10 here. Still short of the 20. We're going to try and give Sullivan a carry out of the shotgun. And he's got a little bit of space. Cuts up field. Nice cut. Gets 7 yards out of that. 3rd and 3 here. We're going to try and break tendency. We're lining up a strong formation, but we're play action out of it. Medlock's looking, throws it, got a completion. Nice job. That is our 3rd string tight end making the catch. New set of downs at about the 35. We're going to give Sullivan another carry here. And he gets a great carry, but there's another hold. Not another, first hold of the game, but it's our 3rd penalty already. That's not what we like to see. 2nd and 17 here. I'm going to try to let Medlock throw out of his slump. He seems to do that pretty well. Medlock's looking, pressure's on, he takes a sack. Just no blocking there. Came through immediately. The center was just beat off the ball, and that is just not a good way to start. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. We are tied up 0-0. Medlock is not carrying his weight in this game. Rushing game has been our only source of offense. 3rd and 25 here after the sack. We probably are not getting the first. I'm going to give him a couple different options here. See what he chooses to go with. Medlock pressure. Throws it short. Smart play there, but not getting us the first. 6-yard pickup. 1st and 10. Defense gets another stop, but we are stuck back deep again. Trying to get a power play here, get some space, and they are just attacking the line. Medlock needs to give him a reason to fear the passing game. 2nd and 11 here. Hawaii's been very aggressive on defense. We need to take advantage. We're going to run a counter play, try to take advantage of that, and no, they are all over it. There is a flag, probably another hold. And it is. 3rd and 10 here after yet another hold that they declined. We're going to try and run a draw play. See if Adams can find some space, and there is no space. Hawaii does not fear our passing game in any way. Just as we feared, Hawaii takes the lead. We need to get some kind of offense going. Adams up the middle. He shows his power, but the blocking is still not there. 2nd and 7 here. We really need Medlock to make a play. Give him a reason to get off the line of scrimmage. Pressure up the middle, throws it deep. He's got a completion. Nice work. Let's hope that gives us some momentum here. New set of downs past the 50. Hawaii still looks aggressive. We're going to run PA power here. Fakes it, looks, hits the fullback in the flat. Great read. He's wide open and gets the first. Unfortunately, not a real threat downfield, but a first is a first. New set of downs inside the 45. We're going to put a tight end in motion. Use him as a fullback. Adams gets the carry. He's looking, gets some decent blocking there. Runs behind his blockers for 5. 3rd and inches inside the 35. Let's see if Andy's got another first down in him. And he gets it with plenty of yards to spare. Gets inside the 20. 2nd and 10. We're going to try and run a toss play with Adams. It has not historically been successful, but it is here. He gets to the outside. Oh my God, there's another hold. And Adams is hurt. Come on. Adams had the wind knocked out of him. He will be back. That's good news. We're going to try and get Nelson free on a corner route here. Bad snap. Medlock's looking. Pressure up the middle. Takes a sack. Fumbles it. They pick it up. Oh my god, that looks like it's going to be a return for a touchdown. Oh my god. Medlock is having a terrible game. Absolutely horrendous performance by Medlock so far. 1 minute left. We're down by 14. We really need Medlock to step up. He's been great all season, but he's been bad today. And he throws another interception. What is going on with you, Medlock? You were so good. 1st and 10 at the 25. I'm going to try and throw it deep. Medlock has been a major disappointment so far. Throws it deep into triple coverage, and that is a 3rd interception for him. And there is plenty of room here for return. Breaks a tackle. Gets inside the 40. We are entering the 3rd quarter. Hawaii did not score, but we are down 21-0. Power run up the middle. Adams gets a 1st down. Running game has been here. Passing game has been the opposite. 1st and 10. We can't abandon the running game, but we desperately need points. Hand off to Adams, who gets another holding penalty. What? Oh my god, this team. They really can't do anything this game. I don't know what's going on. Justin Nelson. There's a reason you are benched, but our new starter is injured. 1st and 20 now after yet another hold. Let's see if Medlock can... Nope, we can't see because... Sorry for that. We can't see anything because our left tackle keeps jumping, even though he is a sophomore and is a 2-year starter. 2nd and 25. This game feels very out of reach. Trying to hit a screen pass. We get it. Moss has a little bit of space. They're all over it. There is a flag here. Hopefully it's a face mask. And it is. Thank the Lord we got something to go our way. 3rd and 3 here. This might be dumb, but I need to risk it. We're going to play action. Medlock looks. He's got time. He throws it deep. He has a man who dives for it, but does not bring it down in bounds. Something good happened. We got a safety on the last defensive possession. That's new. We're still down by 19 points, though. We need points. Medlock drops. He's looking. Throws it short. Got him. Oh, nice job by Cook. Get the 1st down there. And it looks like he's hurt. Correction. Cook is not hurt, thankfully. We're going to try and run it up the middle here with Adams, who gets a little bit of space, but defensive lineman getting off blocks, making tackles. 2nd and 8 here. We're quickly running out of time. We're already halfway through the 3rd. Medlock drops. He's looking. Batted. Intercepted. Oh my god. I think it's roughing the passer, but that is not a good play regardless. And it is roughing the passer. We're getting away with yet another bad throw. 1st down at the 40 after we got bailed out. Hand off to Sullivan, who is just swarmed by defenders 3 yards in the backfield. 2nd and 13 here. We're going to come out in an unbalanced formation, try to hit a screen pass. Oh my god, the one time we get him to jump and we can't snap it. 2nd and 8. I've said it, but we need Medlock to step up if we want to win this game. And he throws it, and that is a drop, but a flag. It might be roughing the passer. And it is. Hawaii's pass rush is playing against them right now. Another new set of downs off of roughing the passer. I'm going to try and pass it out of the eye here. Go against tendencies. Medlock looks, hits Adams out of the backfield, got some space, gets to the 10. Nice work by Adams there. 2nd and goal here from the 7. We're going to try and go off tackle with Sullivan out of the gun. Gets the handoff. He runs directly into a defender instead of cutting upfield, and we get knocked back about 5 yards. 3rd and goal from the 10 again. We're going to try and run a stick and nod. Spread them out. See if Medlock can get it into the end zone. Pressure's coming. Throws it. Almost a 4th interception. Not a good play by Medlock once again. Coach is lining up for the field goal here. Good snap. Kick is up. And it is good. 1st and 10 at the 10 again. Hawaii's punter has been putting in work against us. Medlock with a deep drop. He's looking, throws over the middle. Almost a 4th interception again. We should have like 8 interceptions this game. Medlock, you're about to be benched. 3rd and 6. We are trailing by 16 with 40 seconds in the 3rd. Medlock, let's hit some slants hopefully. He does hit a slant, and that is Nick Moss getting some yardage there. Nice work. 2nd and 10 here. We're starting to reach desperation time. We're going to put a receiver in motion. Try to find him short. Pressure's coming, and he takes another sack. We had guys open downfield. They brought way too many defenders for there to be everybody covered. We enter the final quarter of play, trailing by 16, and a quarterback who cannot pass the ball today. Pray for us. 3rd and 17 here. We really need a good play. We're going to run a wide receiver screen. Pressure's coming. Takes another sack. Defense does manage to get a stop, but we have 7 minutes to quadruple our score. Medlock's looking, chucks it deep. He has a man, and he has a drop. 2nd and 10 here. Part of me just wants to put this game behind us, but we really need to try to get a win here. Medlock's looking, hits the tight end out of the backfield, and he does not get the first, and there's a flag. We'll have to see what that is. And it appears to be roughing the passer again. Our inability to block somehow comes through. 2nd and 4 here. Hawaii's getting aggressive with their formations. Let's hope Medlock can decipher it. He's looking, throws it, gets the tight end over the middle. Nice work. 3rd and 4 here. We're going to try and pass it out of the ace bunch. Medlock drops, pressure's coming, throws it. Another interception. Thankfully not a pick six, but just... defender just sat and had the ball go right to him. Three minutes left. We are trailing by 19. We need 3 scores. All we can really do is chuck it deep and hope Medlock can complete passes. Throws it. Almost another interception. 2nd and 10 now. Really, really want to put this game behind us. Odds of us winning are very low, but let's hope. Medlock chucks it. He's got a man. He's got a 5th interception. Yeah, that's probably going to do it. He's breaking tackles. He's past the 50. I think they have more interception yards this game than we have yards of offense. We're just going to kneel on this one. 11 seconds left. We're trailing 31-5. Just very disappointed in our effort today. Not a good performance. This has been probably the worst performance at UNM. I think the FCS game last year might have been less of a disappointment because we knew we were going to lose. We should have beat Hawaii. I don't know what happened, but Medlock really let his team down today. Anything resembling an average passing game, and we probably win this game, but 5 interceptions, 1 fumble, return for a touchdown. You really just can't overcome that. I love Medlock. I think he's a great quarterback, but very disappointed here. Shows that we still have a long way to go to be a real contender. Let's put this one behind us. Stats for the game: Andrew Medlock, 14 of 30, 134 yards, 5 interceptions, 4 sacks taken. Nathan Adams actually had a pretty good game. 16 carries, 60 yards, 3.7 per. We just couldn't stay on the field long enough to get him carries. Sullivan had a pretty bad game, all things considered. 11 of 29, 2.6. Receivers didn't really let the quarterback down. The quarterback let the receivers down. They did what they could, but they just did not get the passes. 2 sacks allowed. Defense, Nigel Davis stepped up for 3 tackles for losses. Sorry, I thought I was looking at sacks. That would have been much more impressive. So 5 tackles for losses, 1 sack all game, 1 interception by our backup middle linebacker. No forced fumbles. And one safety by Bubba Andrews. Kicker went 1 for 1. Gray had probably his worst game of the season. 1 block, 3.4 per. Or 34.2 per. Just bad performance by everybody. Oof. That was rough. We knew the high couldn't last forever, but I caught myself believing there for a little bit. All we can really do is move on. This week we have another conference game with San Diego State, a team that thoroughly dismantled us last year. Before we get into it, let's take a look at the league. Yet again, we have a new number 1 in the Buffalo Bulls, a MAC team all the way up at 1. Behind them sit UCLA and Florida Atlantic, rising from 7 and 6 respectively. We saw numbers 1 through 4 all take a loss. We also see 2 new teams in Illinois and Utah. Well, Utah isn't really new, just back up here. Moving on to the Heisman, Stephen Reed climbs back to first place with yet another multi-touchdown game. We'll have to see who really separates themselves down the stretch. On the recruiting side of things, we managed to climb to the top spot on Thurman's board, but we are missing a player yet again. This one is not me playing with suspense. Rigoberto Wood has decided to commit away from us to Arkansas State. A real shame, that one. To fill his spot, I add Delane McWilliams, a tiny halfback, but one who brings a ton of athleticism and power. Could be a beast with his center of gravity. I also replaced Aljai Witherspoon with a new athlete I found, Treston Williams, a very interesting athlete with a unique mix of power and athleticism. Could be a tight end or fullback in our scheme. Now let's see if Medlock can bounce back from that rough performance. After a very, very disappointing trip to Hawaii, we now travel to San Diego to take on the San Diego State Aztecs. They have a worse record than Hawaii, but history shows that does not mean anything to the New Mexico Lobos. We can beat anybody, but boy, oh boy, can we lose to anybody. Let's hope it's not the latter. We must have got a pretty decent return because we are starting the game at the 30. We're going to try and get the running game going. Adams up the middle. He's got some space. He got a lot of space. Nice 8-yard pickup there. 2nd and 2 here for the Lobos. I would love it if we got a consistent running game today. Power. Adams cuts. Nice cut in the hole. Gets the first down. 3rd and 11 here. Early passing down. Let's see if Medlock can bounce back after his bad week last week. He looks, pressure's coming, throws over the middle, completes it, and gets the first down. Nice job there. Finding the tight end over the middle of the field. Really zipped that one in there. Pretty tightly covered. 2nd and 4 here. Coming out in the pistol. They are tight on the line. Let's see if we can find some space. And we do with Sullivan. Caught from behind, unfortunately, but gets the first. 3rd and 8 here. I think we're just outside of field goal range. We're going to try and run slants out of the pistol. We catch him off sides. Medlock's looking. Rifles in there to Moss, who breaks a tackle. He's moving. He gets inside the 10. Nice play there. Moss came to play today. We are going to decline that penalty. Thank you very much. 1st and goal just inside the 10. We're going to try and get the running game going. Adams cuts it outside, and he's got a touchdown. Beautiful cut. Oh, man, what a read. Just saw the defenders go inside, went out, and gets a touchdown out of it. Defense does its job, gets us the ball past the 50. We're going to put the tight end in motion, use him as a fullback. Hand off to Adams, who is caught in the backfield this time, unfortunately. No gain. 2nd and 10 here. After the no gain on the run, we're going to try and pass it out of the eye. Medlock's looking, pressure, throws it short to Adams, who is caught in the backfield, unfortunately, loses 4. 3rd and 14. I don't see a big reason to risk it here. We're going to run a draw. Give Sullivan another carry. He's got the carry. He's got a little bit of room. Runs directly into the defense, though. He's really bad about that. Defense does manage to hold once again, and we have it past the 50 once again. I'm going to keep running it with Sullivan until he gets something good, and that is not good. Just caught in the backfield. That is on the fullback, though. That was his man. 2nd and 13 here. They look like they're coming. I'm going to put Cook in motion, try to find him short. Medlock's looking, throws it short, and he's picked off again. It has been a bad couple weeks for Medlock. He just keeps giving the ball to the defense. I don't know what happened, but defense does manage to hold. I'm going to show some confidence in Medlock. We're running PA on first down. Medlock's looking, chucks it deep, hit while he throws, and it is into double coverage, incomplete. He needs to start reading the field better. 2nd and 10 after the ill-advised throw. We're going to try to run it, but they jump off sides by the looks of things. Nope, false start on us. Of course it is. 3rd and 12 here. I'm trying to show some confidence in Medlock. That looked like an offsides for sure, but we did not get the snap off in time. 3rd and 7 here. We're going to try and pass it out of the ace. See if Medlock's got it in him. Pressure up the middle, throws it, and that is almost intercepted. Panic throw directly to a defender who luckily just swats it. Start of the 2nd quarter. San Diego State has scored. We are tied up once again. We got to try and get some kind of offense going, and that is not it. Medlock is unraveling at the worst possible moment. We have to be able to trust our quarterback, but he keeps throwing the ball to the defense. Throws it deep. He's got a main. He's got a catch. Oh, man. Right when I'm talking crap about him, he completes the pass, misses the dive. Nick Moss rolls into the end zone for a touchdown. Thank you, Medlock. Let's try to keep it rolling. Breaks the new school record for passing touchdowns. After we get our long touchdown, defense does manage to get a stop. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go, and we get another false start. 2nd and 15 now. We're going to try and run a PA out of the gun. See if that opens up the defense a little bit. Medlock's looking, throws it short to a defender. Almost a pick 6 if the defender turned the right way. 3rd and 15. We've seen the best and worst of Medlock, but only one of the best, so let's hope we see some more of that. He's looking, pressure's coming, and he takes a sack just outside of the end zone. What are we doing, guys? And just like that, San Diego State scores again. What was once a dominant team has now become absolutely lifeless, outside of Adams breaking tackles because no one's blocking for him. 2nd and 5 here. We really need to get offense rolling. I keep saying it. Throws the slant, completes it, and he's got space. Nick Moss is rolling down the field once again. Is anyone going to catch him? It looks like no. Outside of 2 beautiful run after the catches by Nick Moss, we are... Oh, we don't have a score, never mind. Breaks my narrative. But Nick Moss is doing great things. Breaks the school record for receiving yards. Defense manages to get a stop again, so we are leading by 7. We're going to run a PA out of the ace this time. We get offsides. Medlock throws it deep and too deep. I appreciate the effort there, Medlock. 1st and 5 here after the offsides. Not giving up on the running game. Adams with a nice run to the outside. Looks like he got it. He does. The first down is his. New set of downs at the 41. We're going to try and keep it in Adams' hands, see if good things happen, and they do. Nice run in there, breaks through a tackle, and gets another first. Past the 50. Nice block in there by the guards. 3rd and 3 here, just outside the 40. I'm going to trust in Adams. Hand off up the middle, and they are all over it. Jump the snap, tackled in the backfield. Coach decided to punt it, and we give up another touchdown, so it is 21 all. We're going to run a PA here. Throws it short, get the running back. 18 seconds left. Medlock has the arm to get us downfield. Does he have the accuracy and decision making? Not if our guards keep jumping. That is our, I believe, 4th. Oh no, offsides, nice. Okay, never mind, I take it back. Good work, everybody. Alright, 2nd down, 15 seconds left. If we don't get a first here, we're just going to run the ball. Medlock's looking, throws over the middle, directly to a defender who swats it up in the air. Thankfully, it hits the ground. 3rd and 10 here, 11 seconds left. I'm running a draw play. And Sullivan runs into a defender. Alright, coming out of the second half, San Diego State scores immediately. We need to match pace. Medlock throws it. Got a completion to the sidelines. Fred Thomas makes an appearance. Rare sighting these days, but happy to see him. 1st and 10 here. We're going to run a PA power out of a heavy formation. Try to catch him. Medlock's looking. He's got time. He scrambles, and he throws it directly to a defender once again, but there is a flag. Hopefully this is roughing and not another hold. And it is thankfully roughing, bailing out Medlock from another terrible interception. And Fred Thomas is injured after his one catch the past like 4 games. Alright, we gotta keep running the ball. That's our identity. Adams with a great run there. Almost gets another first. 2nd and inches. 2nd and inches here. I should have passed the ball because San Diego State does not respect it. We're going to run up the middle with Adams, who gets the first despite a defender being in the hole, showing his power there. Nice run. 1st and 10 inside the 30. We can't give up on what got us here. Hand off to Adams, who gets outside. Great block there and gets another first. Nice blocking by the receivers. They were not expecting the outside run at all. 1st and 10. I would love to keep feeding Adams, but he is tired. So we're going to try and throw some slants at him. Bad snap. Medlock's looking. Pressure. Throws it in the end zone. He's got a touchdown. Nice work. Finds Cook there. Beautiful pass. Let's try to find that rhythm again. Happy to see Cook in the end zone. Defense manages to get us a good stop. Sets us up in opponent territory. Let's not waste this opportunity. Hand off to Adams, who finds a little bit of space. Caught in the hole, unfortunately, by the linebacker. 3rd and 7 here. Going to try and pass it out of the bunch. Let's try to find a receiver short. Give him some space. Throws it short. Finds him. Not a whole lot of space, but gets the first down is Nick Moss. 3rd and 10 here. We've not been great on 3rd down. Let's hope Medlock keeps the heat coming. Medlock's looking. He's got time. Throws it. Got a receiver. Incomplete. Dropped on the outside. 4th and 10. Coach says go for it. We're going to try to run a PA out of the gun here. See if it fools him. Medlock's looking and not fooled. Incomplete. As seems to be our luck, San Diego State scores once to take the lead, and then we fumble on the kickoff, and they score again. So we are trailing by 14, almost to the 4th. Medlock throws up a bomb, and nobody's there because it's way out of bounds. I would really, really love to stick to the running game, but we have 2 scores to get, and it's almost the 4th. Medlock's looking, completes it, finds Nelson, gets some space, gets to the 40. Nice job. And that will take it to the 4th quarter. New Mexico's defense has imploded. We've given up 42 points, and we're not even through 4. Very disappointing performance. 2nd and 10, start of the 4th. We gotta pass it. We don't really have a choice at this point. Completes it. Ill-advised throw. He's got some space. That's Rawls there. Unfortunately, does not have the speed, but gets inside the 30. Not a smart throw, but he fits it in there somehow. 1st and 10 at the 28. We're going to run PA here. Try to catch him deep. Medlock looks, floats it, got the completion, it looks like, to Nick Moss. Nice pass. So that's a new school record for passing yards in a game. 1st and 10 here inside the 15. We're going to run a draw play, try to catch him. Sullivan does not catch them. They catch him, and he fumbles it. Oh, my God. This team is just doing everything they can to disappoint me. Sullivan has had issues fumbling. That was my mistake for trusting him late in the game. That might be it. Defense does manage to get a stop, so we still have 7 minutes left to score 14 points. We're going to try and throw it out of the bunch here. Fires it. Oh, he had a touchdown, but misses it. 3rd and 10. We've only used 8 seconds, and we've missed 2 wide open touchdowns. Let's see if Medlock completes some passes here. Rifles it. Got the completion. 3rd time's not a miss, but he gets the tackle. Who is 10? He is fast. But great catch by Cook there to set us up well into opponent territory. 1st and 10 at the 11. This is right about the point where we fumbled earlier. But this time we're going to give it to Adams, who finds space to the outside. Nice block and gets into the end zone. Nice running by Adams. Beautiful play there. Oh man, I trust him so much. He is my bell cow. Defense has a chance to redeem themselves. 1st and 10, 6.5 minutes left. Trailing by 7. San Diego State draw play here, and they get a ton of yards. I don't see any redemption in sight for this defense. 2nd and 9 here for the Aztecs. Coming out in the gun. Short drop, throws it wide open receiver, but he drops it. Nice hit there. 3rd and 9 now for the Aztecs in the gun. We need this stop. Puts the receiver in motion. Snaps it. He's looking. He's got time. Hits it over the middle, and defender does not even look. Just runs with the receiver and lets him get the first. 1st and 10 for the Aztecs. They look like they might be in field goal range. Probably not. Short drop. He's looking. Throws it. Got a wide open man. Now they're definitely in field goal range at the 2. The New Mexico defense has decided to sit out this game. It's a bold choice. Aztecs come out in the gun. They drop a pass, throws it in the end zone, and wide open in the end zone. That shouldn't be possible. Josh Brewster is hurt on the catch, but goes up by 14. 3rd and 10 after the 2 incomplete passes. We need this first down to stay in it. Medlock's looking. He's got time. Throws it into a defender. Incomplete. 4th down. Let's see what coach decides to do. San Diego State is leading by 14 here in the 4th. Let's see if New Mexico has any defense. And that's an incomplete. That's something. 3rd and 10 here. Defense needs to get this stop. Coming out in a bunch. Quarterback drops. He's looking. Pressure with middle. Bubba Andrews. No, that's Nigel Davis on the sack. 1st and 10 here for New Mexico. Trailing by 14. Trying to get a win. Medlock looks, pressures, coming off the edges, steps up and throws it, and it is intercepted along the sidelines. Probably roughing the passer, though. Let's see here. And it is, bailing out Medlock from a pick there. 1st and 10 after the roughing the passer. This game is now firmly on Medlock's back, but we get a false start because of course we do. Poor performance by this offensive line. 3rd and 15 here after 2 drops. San Diego State appears to be bringing pressure. Medlock drops, pressure's coming, takes a sack. Aztecs leading by 14 still. They look like they're going to be running out the clock, and I don't think the New Mexico defense is going to be able to stop them, I'll be honest. 2nd and 6 here for the Aztecs. They come out in the gun, surprisingly. Put the running back in motion. Dropped a pass. Throws it to the running back, who's got way too much space. Breaks 2 tackles and gets about 20 yards there. New Mexico has called their first timeout. 3rd and 7 here. If they get the first, the game is effectively over. They dropped a throw. They throw it deep. They've got a touchdown. Just a pitiful performance by the defense today. 55 points, soon to be 56. Embarrassing. New Mexico comes out trailing by 21 here after the defense gives up another long touchdown drive. Medlock throws it short, got the completion. Sullivan gets the first. Let's see if Medlock can operate the hurry-up offense. We're not winning this one, but it'd be nice to score some more points. Medlock throws it deep. He's got a completion. And that is Nick Moss, who holds on to the ball with the first. A new set of downs for the Lobos. Hurrying to the line. Medlock's looking, throws it over the middle, completes it, breaks the tackle. Sullivan's going down the field, and he is stopped short of the touchdown because, of course, he is. 1st and goal here for the Lobos. San Diego State seems to know the play I'm calling because they line up in goal line. 3rd and goal here from the 3. Let's see if Medlock can get the ball into the end zone. Short drop, he's looking, throws it, completes it, gets the touchdown there to Nelson. Still not a respectable game, but it's a 14-point deficit. Let's see if we can get the onside. I'm guessing probably not, but who knows. Kick is away, right into San Diego State. They pick it up, and that should be the ball game. Somehow there are 36 seconds left. We have the ball back. Let's see if Medlock can put another drive together. Short drop. He's looking. Pressure's coming. Steps up. Throws it over the middle and right to a defender. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 here for the Lobos. Game is out of reach, but let's try to get some points. Medlock's got time. Over the middle. Completes it to Cook. We're going to hurry. Hurrying to the line, 23 seconds left. We're going to snap it as soon as we can, and we do. Medlock's looking, throws it over the middle, completes it to Nelson. 3rd and 10, 10 seconds left. Come on, Medlock. We're not winning, but I'd love to see you score. He drops, he throws it deep. Defender is all over the receiver. Incomplete. 4th down, 5 seconds left. I normally don't run this play anymore because it never works, but we're throwing a Hail Mary. Medlock drops deep, pressure's coming, steps up, takes a sack, and that's why we don't run that play. For whatever reason, they refuse to throw it, and the line refuses to block. And that will take us to the end of the game. New Mexico manages to score 42 points. A staggering output, if you ask most, but 14 points of what our defense allowed. Pathetic performance by the defense, and also some untimely turnovers by the offense. This was just another embarrassing game. Not as bad as Hawaii, I'll give you that, but for what was once the 14th best team in the country, this team might finish at 6-6 again because we have 2 more games left. One of them is FCS. This team looked much improved from a year before, but we really need to kick it into overdrive. 8 touchdown passes is ridiculous. I'm sorry to interrupt myself, but that is just insane. But we need to kick it into overdrive if we want to beat last year's win total, because it's not looking that way right now. Player stats. Medlock went 21 of 48, 448 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Bad completion percentage. Nathan Adams, 17 attempts, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was the bright spot. Chris Sullivan has been just bad lately. I can't say it any other way. 1 back-breaking fumble in the 4th quarter. 10 total yards is just embarrassing. Nick Moss, 6 receptions, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns. Is a great performance. Mike Cook right behind him with what would normally be a great performance. 3 for 72 and a touchdown. And then Justin Nelson finally making his impact. Had that bad drop earlier, but 5 for 56 and a touchdown of his own. Trevor Sanders, 2 sacks allowed. He might be benched. He's been terrible. Devron Kelly with a sack allowed as well. Defense had 6 tackles for losses, 2 sacks, 1 interception, and 56 points allowed. Sam Jean, no field goals, 6 extra points. Ashton Gray, another blocked punt. I don't know what is going on, but he has another one today. Well, Medlock certainly bounced back, but that is still not what we want to see from this team. We have 2 games left in the regular season, but one of those is against the FCS Midwest. Time to really test the team, I guess. Before we do that, let's look at the league. Massive shakeup in the top 10 outside of the top 2 spots. Buffalo and UCLA still hold strong, but everyone else is moving. Kent State falls to 10 with a 4th loss, and we see 5 new teams in the top 10. Michigan rises from 11, Maryland rises from 12, Louisville rises from 13. Then we see some major climbs from South Carolina all the way up from 16, and Washington all the way up from 18. Must have been a very crazy week. Heisman race also sees a lot of movement. Corey Wilson retakes the top position, pushing Reed down once again. Then Anthony Patrick manages to climb up to 4, and Brenton Ward, the only defensive player, falls to the drop position. It's looking like a 2-man race late in the year. On the recruiting side of things, we are not missing any players for the first time this episode. We either have the top spot or are climbing for everyone except for Zion O'Neal. We had a good visit, but he's still a soft commit for San Jose State. It's not looking good here. Now let's take on our old pals, the FCS. After 2 disastrous trips on the road, New Mexico finally returns home. but the team they face is another FCS juggernaut. We are on a downward slide. Let's see if we can overcome all the odds and stop that slide against our toughest competition yet. Here we go. Defense manages to start the game with a stop, setting us up at about the 37-yard line. Let's see if Adams got some running room. Breaks a tackle, but you can't do much about 4 defenders being there before 2 yards. This is not where we want to be to start the game. 3rd and 7. Let's go, Medlock. Do something good. Bad snap there. He's looking, throws it short, got the completion. Sullivan breaks a tackle, but more defenders are there. 4th down. Somehow, defense gets another stop, and we're set up right near the 50. We're not going to give up on this running game. Adams up the middle. Defensive tackle is there for a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 here. We are going to stay committed. Adams up the middle, breaks a tackle. Nice run in there. 7-yard pickup. 3rd and 2 in opponent territory. I'm going to try to catch him with a PA here. Medlock fakes the run, sets up, throws it deep, got the completion. Nelson running downfield, gets to about the 15-yard line. Great pass there. 1st and 10 at the 16. Let's go offense. Keep rolling. Handoff up the middle. Adams with a great run. Sets him up at the 3. Burst through the hole there. Nice running. 1st and goal here. We're going to put Cook in motion. See if we can catch him on a quick little curl. Medlock drops. He's looking. Throws it short. Got the touchdown to Adams. Nice little slip into the flats out of the backfield. And Andrew Locke said, I cannot talk. New touchdown passing record. Our 7-point lead over FCS evaporates quickly. It is 7-7, 2.5 minutes left in the first. Adams, nice run up the middle. Gets 9 yards, sets us up with 2nd and inches. 2nd and inches here for the Lobos. Let's keep feeding them the rock. Handoff, breaks a tackle in the hole, but the blocker's getting his way. Does get the 1st down, though. 2nd and 6. Try not to get too predictable. We're going to go with a quick little pass here. Medlock's looking, throws over the middle, completes it to Cook, who's got some blocking, but there is a flag. Let's hope it's not a hold. It is roughing the passer. I will take that. 1st and 10 at the 46. Keep going, Adams. They jump the snap, but Adams bursts through the hole. He's got some space, and there's a hold. Oh my God, a late hold. We were running for the touchdown when they decided to hold. Who is this idiot? We went from the longest run in team history to 1st and 17 because our center can't keep hold of his temper. Medlock looks, hits Cook, who holds on. Nice little completion for 6 yards there. New school record for receiving yards in a season. 2nd and 11 here. Adams, I know you're disappointed. Let's see if you can get another good run. And he does get another good run. Not quite as good. And there's another. Oh my God. Who is it? Is it Fagan again? I'm going to be so... Oh my God. Fred Thomas blocking downfield. 2nd and 15. Fred Thomas has gone from being the star player to a very disappointing freshman. Quick snap and out of bounds for no gain. We're going to go ahead and take that 5 yards. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter, 7-7. We should be leading by 7, but our team cannot figure out to not hold the ball or not commit holds when we're running wide open for a touchdown. Very frustrating. 2nd and 10 here. We're going to try and pass it out of the eye. Either find the fullback short or hit a deep bomb. Medlock throws the deep bomb. He's got a man. He's got a catch. He has a touchdown. Mike Cook has come to play today. Nice little route there. They were not expecting the pass out of the eye. We set a new school record for touchdown receptions. And of course, I celebrated too soon because our defense is still our defense. 14-14. Medlock with the carry, or Sullivan with the carry. Runs right into a defender, 2-yard pickup. The errant pass to nowhere sets us up 3rd and 8 here. Medlock, I gotta trust you here, buddy. Medlock's looking, throws it, floats it to the sidelines where no one is. Would you believe me if I told you the defense has not fixed its issues? We are down by 7. Adams on the carry. Nice little run here. Gets about 8 yards, 9 yards. 2nd and 1 here for the Lobos. Hand off to Adams again up the middle, and he gets the first despite his defender in the hole. 2nd and 8 here. Just over 2 minutes to go in the half. Let's see if Medlock can create some room. Throws it deep. He's got a man, but drops it. 3rd down. 3rd and 8 there. I misclicked, so I had to call an audible. I try not to do that. Medlock, short drop. Throws it. Got a completion. He's got some space. Nelson with a nice run after the catch. Gets us past the 50. 2nd and 10 here. We're going to come out in the ace. We're going to try a play action. Medlock, pressure's coming. No blocking. Completely unblocked off the edge, and that's a sack. 3rd and 18. Back on our side of the ball, unfortunately. Let's see if Medlock can get us a first here. Sets up, steps up, throws it deep. He's got a man, but overthrows it, and there was another guy wide open. 4th down. 1 play, 1 touchdown for FCS, and we are down 14 points after a very promising start. Hits the screen. Not a whole lot of room there. 3rd and 8, 26 seconds left. I feel if we pass it, we're going to go down 35-14. So we're going to run a draw play. Not able to get there. Start of the 3rd. We are still trailing 14. Let's give it to Adams on the carry. Nice cut. Nice hesitation. Gets 6 there. 3rd and 4 here for the Lobos. I don't think we're winning this game, if I'm being honest with you, but we're going to try our best. Medlock looks, throws it short, got Cook, who gets a 1st down and gets hurt. Oh, that's one player we cannot afford to lose for the rest of the season. I hope he's okay. 1st and 10 here. Let's try to keep moving it our way by trusting Adams, and there is another hold on another successful run. Oh my God. Justin Nelson, the man who should be on the bench right now. Thankfully, Cook will return, but we are set up 1st and 16 after another hold. Hand off to Adams, who gets a little bit of space. Not as good as his last run, but 4 yards. 2nd and 12 here. We're going to try and pass it out of the bunch. Never mind. We're going to get an offsides, hopefully. Who knows? It is an offsides, thankfully. 3rd and 6. Still trailing by 14. We're going to try some slants here out of the pistol. Medlock's looking. Throws over the middle. Completes it. Nice hold on by, or nice catch there by Moss. It looked like Cook, but that was a Moss catch there. 1st and 10, just outside of the 40. Let's try to make this a 7-point game, everybody. Hand off to Sullivan, who cuts upfield. Nice cut for once. And that's 7 yards. See how that works, Sullivan? 3rd and 3 here. We're not going to run it, but we're going to run an angle route with Adams. See if we can get a first. Medlock drops, throws it deep, and has a man, but overthrows it. Incomplete. 4th down. 4th and 3 here. Coach is going for it. Not a normal play. We're going to run a stretch with Adams. Get him to the outside. Cuts it up the middle. It looks like he got it. Ball was over. And that is a 1st down. Nice run there by Adams. 3rd and 6. Going to have to trust Medlock again here. Hopefully he can find somebody. We're running curls. Medlock drops. Throws it deep. Has his man. That's a touchdown. Beautiful toe work there by Nick Moss in the back of the end zone. Medlock bombing it deep. Pays off this time. Defense manages to get a stop, so we get another possession down by 7. About 2 minutes left in the third. Running it with Adams, but no blocking. 2nd and 11 here. We're going to run some spacing, see if we can find some space. Medlock drops, hits the fullback out of the backfield. Nice work by Rivera, gets 6. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 here. Nice middle distance. We're going to hit some play action. Fakes it. Medlock rolling and makes the catch on the sidelines. Cook coming back for the ball. 2nd and 10 here. I promise I have not given up on the run. We're going to give Sullivan a touch here. Handoff. He's got some good blocking. He bursts through the hole. Gets a 1st down. Nice running, Sullivan. 2nd and 6. We're getting close to the end of the third. Trailing by 7. Handoff to Adams up the middle. Nice cut, but there is another hold. Who's the offender this time? 3rd and 10 here for the Lobos. We're going to run a smash concept. I think I like the look of the defense. We're going to snap it right towards the end of the quarter. We get the snap off. Medlock throws it deep. There is a flag. There is a touchdown by the looks of it. Hell of a catch there by Nelson, and that is roughing the passer. But I will go ahead and decline that and take my touchdown. Thank you very much. And that is going to take us to the end of the third. We are tied at 28 all heading into the final quarter of play. It is tighter than I expected it to be. Let's go, boys. 4th quarter, so we're watching. FCS comes out in the gun. 3 receivers to the left. Short drop. He's looking. He throws it, and he's got a completion. Contested at least. 2nd down here for the FCS, coming out in ace. 2 receivers left. Deep drop by the quarterback. He's looking, throws it over the middle, wide open. And that is another 1st down. 1st and 10 here at the 40. Handoff to the running back, who gets a lot of space, but there is a flag. Probably a hold here. 3rd and 13 here. Defense needs to make a play. Get us the ball back. We're blitzing the safeties, and we get to the quarterback. 4th and 21. Nice play there. We get the ball back. Still tied at 28. We're going to put the receiver in motion. Try to run it up the middle with Adams, who gets some space. Nice hurdle and an uncalled face mask, but 5 yards. 2nd and 5 here. Going to see if my commitment to the run is paid off. We're going to run PA power. Medlock fakes it, looking, throws over the middle, intercepted, risky pass, and it is not rewarded. Worst time for an interception. Good play by number 9, I guess. 2nd and 5 here for FCS. Staying in the gun. 2 receivers left. Tight end goes across the formation. Drops, he's looking. Pressure coming, completes it to the outside. No one covering the receiver, and that's a 1st down. 2nd and 7 here. In the I form again. Fullback fakes the fullback, pitches it to the halfback. Caught in the backfield, breaks a tackle, but 2-yard loss anyway. Nice job, D. Way to swarm. 3rd and 9 here. Coming out in the ace, 2 receivers to the right. Tight end goes across the formation. Come on, D. Short drop, deep drop. He's looking, throws over the middle, and out of the back of the end zone. That is a 4th down. FCS lining up to kick. Good snap. Kick is up. Looks like it's probably good, and it is good. They take a 3-point lead halfway through the 4th. We are not out of this yet. We are trailing by 3 with 4 minutes to go. Let's try to get a touchdown. Hand off to Adams, who's caught in the backfield, and there's a hold. Nice little twofer there for the offensive line. 3rd and 18, down by 3. The fat lady hasn't sung. Oh, looks like a offsides there. Unforced error. I'll take it. 3rd and 13 now after the free offsides. Let's see if we can get a first. Medlock drops. He's looking, throws it over the middle, incomplete. Defender gets his hand up. 2nd and 4 here for FCS. Coming out in the gun, making audibles at the line. Bleeding clock now, as expected. And it looks like a false start. More unforced errors for FCS. Let's see if we can take advantage. 3rd and 9 here. We need the defense to make a play. Coming out in the gun. FCS looks like they're bleeding clock. They're lined up, but they're really running it down. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 4, 3. They do snap it. Bad snap. He's looking. He's got time. Pressure coming. Throws it deep, and it is almost intercepted. Good play by the defense. Stephen Green there. FCS lining up to punt. New Mexico looks like they're coming after it. And they drop out. Punt is away. Caught at about the 14. And tackle is made immediately. Fumbles it. Oh my god. This is why we can't have anything nice. After the fumble on the punt return, FCS is set up in the red zone. Handoff to the back. Breaks a tackle. And he might stroll in. Nope, we tackle him at the 3. New Mexico is down to 2 timeouts remaining. 2 minutes left. Coming down the ace, handoff. Tackle is made in the backfield. 2nd and goal here for FCS. New Mexico has 1 timeout remaining. Deep drop by the quarterback. He's looking, scrambling, and rolls into the end zone untouched. Pathetic defensive effort. That is our calling card these days. And once again, New Mexico finds itself trailing double digits with 2 minutes left. Let's just try to put some points up. We're probably not winning this. Medlock's looking, throws it, got a incomplete along the sidelines. We're going to hurry to the line, try to get something going. Medlock short drop, throws it deep. He's got a completion. He's got a man rolling down the field. That looks like Nick Moss, and he will not be caught. That is going to be a touchdown with 1.5 minutes left. We are trailing by 4. Here comes the onside. We need this, guys. We need to get this. Kick is away, and we do recover it. Oh, I think it's illegal touching. And it is. Oh, my God. We can't do anything right. 3rd and 6 here. FCS is not going hurry up, or not going chew clock for some reason. Let's see if we get a false start again. They snap it. They're passing it here. Throws it deep, and that is incomplete. Why would they do that? 4th and 6. They're lining up for the field goal here. A deep field goal. But they don't have a walk-on kicker. Kick is up, and it is going to be well short. We are trailing by 3 with 24 seconds left. 1st and 10. 24 seconds left. We need to hurry down the field as quick as we can. Medlock short drop. He's looking. He's wasting time. He's scrambling. Throws it deep, and that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. 17 seconds to go. We need to hurry up that clock, Medlock. Short drop. Pressure, and that is going to be the end of the game most likely. 10 seconds left. Can we get back on sides? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. All right, last play here. Medlock throws it deep off the defender, and we lose. Oh, absolute heartbreaker. We had hope, and it was ripped away from us at the last second. It's a moral victory to be this close to FCS, but moral victories don't pay the bills. That was so disappointing. We had everything that we needed right in front of us, and we got a fumble on the punt return, and then everything fell apart. We got one last hope, but just wasn't meant to be. We are so close to competing with FCS, but we are not there yet. Stats for the game: Andrew Medlock, 20 of 38, 305, 5 touchdowns. He actually had a pretty phenomenal game. Nathan Adams, great when he got the carries, 15 for 63. We just couldn't feed him enough, unfortunately. Mike Cook, 8 receptions, 86 yards and a touchdown. Nick Moss, 3 for 123 and 2 touchdowns. Nelson has had his long one, and Nathan Adams had his great receiving touchdown. Receivers had a pretty good day. No blocking stats. Defense put up another terrible performance. 4 sacks. Josh James, Brandon Foreman, Mike Kent, and James Forte, but they continue to just hemorrhage points when we need them most. No kicking stats. Punter had a pretty phenomenal game, all things considered, 38.8. But Andrew Dixon with a back-breaking punt return fumble cost us the game. I think I preferred the 67-0 game. It's so painful to be that close to a big win and come up short. I'm proud of my team for getting that close, and it really is encouraging that we can keep pace with a team that seemed light years ahead of us a season ago. But still, very painful. I really hate to do this, but this is how episode 4 will come to a close. I hope you enjoyed it, despite New Mexico going winless here. Even if the Lobos aren't living up to expectations, next episode should be fun. We'll have our final game of the regular season and the conference championships for the top 2 teams. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss out as we close out our second season. I've been Klinga Games, and I hope to see you again.